winst hier in de trader? Waarom volg ik mijn tradeplan zo goed? 10% op uw MML voor een propfirm. Bij adden maximum 2 jaar stop. Stop verplaatsen bij een nieuwe bos. Stop komt naar uw entry 0,5 per adding. Adden 15 minuten retest. Entry op de 15 minuten van de retest. TPE, test zijn de high van de retest. Stop laten staan naar profit nemen. 5 jaar winst, niet meer traden. Ik ga dat 3 maal. Alleen alle trades moeten ik heb trades geschreven in plaats van trades.
Trades? Ja, dat is ook wel zo. Oh, trades. Alle trades.
Alle trades moeten limit worden zijn. Morning, Emily. Okay, let's take out the charts.
Dat was nog niet klaar, hè?
Trades moeten limit worden zijn, maximum 2 jaar niet winst. Review 1 keer per week, stop loss en verplaatsen bij een nieuwe bos. 100 trades. Okay, here we go. I just read my trade plan, so it's up to you to go read your trade plan before we start the session. It's important, it helps you where we are, what we want to do, what we want to see. Okay, so again, my trades are on the left side and the right side is Initia's trades. I took a short yesterday on this level, I got stopped and actually I had re-entry right here and didn't take it, so that was my brain talking. Should have taken it, no matter what. And then we start actually chopping around all day, so we could have entered right here one more time too. Now, so we came into a 15-minute right here, so this is that 15-minute entry that we took, and then we had the long right here, so at this point we should be in longs. It looks like the market wants to go a bit higher. It was building up already, trendline liquidity right here, a whole lot of it. So the main area is now this high here. Let me draw it on Initia's chart right here. That would be my first idea that we could hit. And then we will see what the market brings afterwards. I wish you all a very good Friday today, and let's have a nice trading day again. So if you're new to the show,
G&E.
Is it G&E? The G&E show. So we're still doing our trade challenge at this point. I'll go get my trade journal. I'm on 9.1. We had a whole bunch of good trades, a few not, so but this is actually very nice indication of how many good trades we actually have on those 15-minute continuations. So these are all 15 minutes, so we had 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. We got 12 trades right now, so I'm 12 of 100 away. Oh, we already hit that TP, it looks like. That was my first TP I was aiming for. If the market wants to continue higher, we will let it go higher. Okay, whoop. We're 7 minutes in this 15-minute candle. Anisha had a good profit yesterday again, so she took orb, we went up, and she stopped her trade right here. She added one more time, and actually a good play. Following that plan is so good if once you actually get it and understand what trading is about. It's actually easy, so you all learn here how to trade following a structured plan, and believe me, I'm one of the only persons that does it this way, or teaches it this way. And you get my teaching for free at the moment, so that won't always be like this, so take advantage of it while it still has. Anybody that's in the group already can always stay, of course, but the new people, once we get a hit to 100, that will probably be the last one that gets in for free. So if you know anybody, we still got about 20 people to go, so if you know anybody wants to join, I'll let them join. I'll let them grow together with me if they need an extra income and they're willing to sacrifice some time to learn and educate themselves in trading. They're always welcome. And for now, I wish you all a very great morning. Good morning, Bulmans, Emily, Veerle, and Arjun. So like I said, this was my first actually target right here. So these 5 minutes for value gap right here, that was my first target when I saw this movement. Reason why is there was actually, you can see here, a lot of liquidity on this trend line. So you can just do it like this. So they built this up to take it out actually, and then to decide which movement what we are actually gonna do. We're still in a 4-hourly FEG right now, so I'm gonna go over yesterday. So we went into this small 4 hour, we took that liquidity, and now we're resting here. So I want to see today, do we push further back up to a higher liquidity? That means that this structure could become bullish again. So we're still in a bullish structure right now. So this was that retest of that full bullish move actually. So we want to see today how we act off of this. So if we get above this high today, we're back in a full bullish structure. So this was then just a retest of this structure. So keep that in mind. If we fall today below this wick here at 24,240, that means that we are in a full bearish structure from off next week. So keep that in mind, that you know for if you want to trade with the trend, which way we actually should be trading. That's one big candle to start with. Look, we now hit 5 minutes, I believe, without 50. Yeah. So we hit that high already, so now I want to see how we act off of this high. If it doesn't hold any value, we'll probably go up higher. So this is that last bit of resisting that we could hit. If we keep going up, we can go all the way up here. So we also had a bunch of trend line liquidity right here that we built. So you have internal liquidity, and this is actually the bigger trend line liquidity that we made. So we now broke through this. So it's possible that we retest this and then continue higher, of course. So any 15 minutes to the downside that we get of a rally gap, I want to trade that one up to a higher level at this point. If we watch market structure right here and we breach that high, we actually had a change in character to the upside at a 15 minute, and then we want to join that. That's my idea for trading today. Warp is, warp of course, that's always the same. How to do this trading. If you're new to the channel and you have no idea how we trade warp, let me know. I'll share the documents with you so that you actually can read it, how to trade this. I think I have also full documentation made of it. For now, let's be patient. Let's see what the market brings to us today.
This is really funny.
Wat?
Vorige week wou ik eigenlijk muziek opleggen, zo'n beetje geknetter van vuur en zo. En die keek ze naar buiten en ja.
Hoort het al? So that was that first TP that I was expecting to be hit. I'll open it here for a second. So we had a rally gap in this 5 minute, I believe. Yeah. So I want to see how we act off of this, because now we've taken all this trend line liquidity, we created a few rally gaps right here. So let's see how we act. If we push through this and take that high, we will continue up.
Kunnen ze horen? Er zegt iemand.
Oh, voice? Oh, can you not hear me? I should be able. For me it's okay. Okay, Nicolas has it. I can hear you too, guys. Okay, great, thank you. So that's a big morning orb. We got a 47 point. That's a bigger one than usually. We'll probably come back a little bit down first in one of these gaps before we continue. That was actually news too, by the way. So remember, we had news at 8, a treasury of something. I read it before. I didn't remember. So let me take a look. That was Swedish trade balance actually. Whew. Previous was 4.5 billion and now it's minus Now it's 8.9 billion, so that's actually a huge difference. It just went up double the trade balance by previous time, so that means that they printed a lot of money. They went from 4.5 billion to 8.9, so that's almost double. Or they have very good traders, or they actually printed a lot of money.
I want to see the very good traders then. Oh, it will help. It will help.
If they are good traders. $10.000 is zoiets. Dat is even waar. Dat moet wel volgen. Dat zult hem uit hoogte. Hoe easy. So we all can see, I hope you all can see actually. So after that 15 minutes from yesterday, so we're now trading like this. So it's with strength, and now it looks like it wants to continue higher. So once we breached that high, we created a new upwards movement. So we created changing character. We came back down. So that was the retest. So we're now still trading in that change of characters retest. So the main thing is if we breach now this high, we get a boss to the upside, break of structure to the upside. So that means that we could have a retest of that and then continue higher. So this looks like a bullish momentum. At the moment of now, of course. We got 15 seconds. Until that orb breaches to the upside. We do have 48 point stops. We got 1, 2, 3 for value gaps inside, so stop will be placed, I believe, all the way down. That was a close. So Anisha entered as she took a long. So she is in a long at this point. Stops at the low. Target, yeah, we will see how far this actually can go. If this keeps going up, we can actually have a very nice bullish momentum. So because we got, let me show it this way. Yeah, we could hit to this gap right here, even today. So if we keep going upwards, we have an opportunity actually. To hit this higher gap. That's still a nice distance. I mean, so 120 points, so still a very nice movement to the upside. But first we need to take that high, of course, and then we will see what happens. This was internal high, and that's an external high.
Limit al, gaat hij alweer. Fantastisch.
Our limit goes again, so they fixed it. By the way, somebody asked me how trailing stop works. If you want to test it right now, it works again. I tested it this morning, it looks like it works again. So Nicholas, I explained to you yesterday how it worked. You just put in the points, so it sticks. So you have to think a bit different. So let me show you what a tick is instead of a point. So if you take a short, so say that you should, these are ticks, it's different. So if you put here 10 ticks, you will see that is, so every 10 ticks is the same as 2.5 points. So keep that in mind. So if you put in a trailing stop, you need to put 10 ticks. So every 10 ticks is 2.5 points. So this is how you can calculate how many points you want to stay after your stop. So say that you want to put 10 points after your stop, so that you actually have. So that means that you 2.5 ticks for 10 ticks for 2.5. So that's 5x that amount. So that means that you need to put in 100 ticks is 10 points. Just that you know, if you ever want to trail stop and you don't want to be behind the charts. If anybody got stopped yesterday because of the limit didn't work, go call top step up, they will pay you back. So if you get stopped and your limit didn't trigger, and you can show it to them that they didn't trigger, they will give you refund to your account completely. If you maybe gave it away or something. I warned all of you before actually that there was a possibility that it didn't work, so I hope all of you were behind the charts for your full trades yesterday. Emily, I see you write it, yes, me. Was that a question or something that I said? Because I can't. I didn't see the chat yet, so I just saw you say yes, me. Was that on that that your stop didn't get triggered or something? The trail stop, yeah. And now it works, trail stop, that's okay. But no, I mean if you have put it a stop somewhere and it didn't got hit and your account is not active anymore, you could refund that full trade. So they would give back the account immediately. You just need to mail them then, if that happened. You just need to put a screenshot in from TopStep's account exactly where and what happened. Okay, if you made profit, good. they won't. If you said something there too, they would do the same. So they would take the profit back and give you again a carrot. So just you're good. Het was 3 keer 6 weer.
Ja.
So for now, let's be patient.
3 keer 6, daarom is zo een stop. Niet zo eng. Wat denk ik.
Wat heel duidelijk. Hij zit er. Dat was de laatste adding van hij. En hij heeft dan hier eruit gegaan. Heb die gehoord, hè. Je hebt dan nog een keer weergekeerd. En toen is hij heel vertrouwd. Wat geen groot stopje geweest zijn, maar je wel helaas weer vertrouwd. Hij heeft hier gehad en die hier. Van nog 5 minuten. Dat was de orb down. Hier was die gebroken naar de bovenkant toe. Of hier. Hier heb je ingestapt. Je gaat moe gaan, hier een beetje chopt. Hier heb je de retest gepakt op die 5 minuten. En toen heb je hier eruit gegaan. Je hebt nog een keer weer een keer, ja, toen was hij vertrouwd. We want fire? We got fire?
Buiten lekker vuurtje. Het is buiten. Ja, doet erin zeker, hè? Is het lekker warm? Lekker warm? Ja, dat gaat snel, hè, dat ding. Ja, dat stofje gaat snel, hè? Oh, moet toch wel zelfs eruit komen. Ploep.
Wat dan moet er niet gaan inzetten? You add it? Wat dan de 5 minuten dan?
Nee, waar?
En bovenste? Shh. Allee. Shh. Pas op. Nee. Yeah, the favorite mascot is back. Azul is at the house.
Ja.
So you add it?
Ja.
So Initia added on the trade. Keep in mind this is gonna be a special one, especially because we had a few gaps right here. And we 15 minutes. Oh boy. So this is a 15-minute FPG, so it looks like the market wants to change hand. If we get that tap, I'll enter too. It will take long too, so stops will be here. That's about a 52-point stop, but I will enter.
Allee, zo!
I will enter halfway. So then we had actually the second tab of that gap. So I will only enter halfway, not on the tab first, halfway. So then I get halfway. So I get halfway this candle back.
Ja, add again.
So again, I'm entering halfway this 15-minute gap. So my stop is actually doable. If you want to enter from the top, up to you. I'm only entering halfway. So I got a clean stop then. So I will long from here. This will be my stop then. And see how we can take this. If I don't get it that, I'm okay with it. I'll take the next 15 minutes.
Ik had nog een keer uit, trouwens.
So this is a limit order for me. We did take out Asia high. So also if you watch this, that would be actually around that 50 level. So that would be a fair price after this move. Get back. So this would actually be the fair price, but I'm okay with halfway. So that means that we got about a 36 point stop, so calculate how many contracts that could be. A full TP would be that 4-hour FPG just above. my limit buy is on 24,636.
Okay, we are at 15 here.
We're on 6 likes. People are helping. Kijk, daar zie je mama. I am watching the order flow right now, so if we create new for value gaps to the downside, I do want to see those, if we tap them, that they actually don't hold any value. So I want to see if we go through them again, that we actually push immediately through them. We took out a session high, so this is a liquidity pool right here that we took out. We took out a lot of trend line liquidity. So
Toch niet eten, hè?
Onze smaakje.
Now all we can do is be patient, see what the market brings. In a few minutes we will see if I get my entry as I know. Orb is still doing its thing. But we moved 48 points actually instantly off 8 o'clock, so it's normal that we have a small retracement and then a continuation. So just be patient, see how this plays out. Make sure you keep it to your max stop loss too if you add to a trade, so that you don't get over the maximum that you put into your trade plan. Especially not because it has been a good week for Orb, that you don't give, that you keep your your profits that you made, of course. I believe my wife wants to go to Africa.
I want to shake my ass. Maybe there was someone there that was going to Congo already. How is Congo?
Anybody ever went to Africa? If you have, how was it? Did you like it?
Nou, daar ga je ze niet zien lopen, ze maar van die stoeletjes en zo. Maar wieltjes. Hij wil ook weer mee zingen.
So at 9:15 somebody speaks. So Spanish GPO is at 9, so in 15 and 12 minutes. So I do want to see open pushes up the market higher. So the thing about that 15-minute retracement and continuation movement is that you will never have actually the top or the bottom of a trade. You will actually always have the in-betweens. The good thing is that the market then already showed you where it wants to go. So you can just follow.
Dat heb je al iets gezegd.
Want to say something? Define Africa, it's a big place. Yeah, true. Doesn't matter where you have been. It's always nice to see if somebody has Soon South America for a couple of months. Ooh. South, North, Western. You mean Mexico, South America, or still America itself? I believe. And PS Lab, yeah, anywhere have you been? Let us know. Can you explain external and internal again, please? Yeah, of course. Ecuador, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
So internal and external liquidity, I'll go over that for a second. So why is this internal? And this is the high, that's an internal high. Reason why is, I'll go in a line chart for a second. I'll take this one a bit at the side so you can actually see it better. I'm even gonna put my chart actually for a second in a line chart. So if we watch this and we see movements of charts, so we need to see what happens exactly. So if I take my pathway, I go to a 4 hour, we can see that this is a high, that is a low, this could be a high, but this cannot be a low at this point. Why can this not be a low? Everybody knows? And you will actually immediately know why this is an internal liquidity, that other one that I just said. If you know why this is not a low yet, then you actually know why that was internal liquidity. So I'll go in depth a bit more. So that was a low. So this is not a low yet. The reason why this is not a low yet is because this is the low, this is a high. We can only create a new low after we took a high. So if this is the lowest part and we create a new high, we do create lows, but we need to be patient until we create a new high. This is internal liquidity right here too. So this one. Because that didn't create that new high. So internal liquidity, external liquidity. So external liquidity creates new lows and highs. Internal liquidity are actually those small impulses we got. So that describes the range inside. So this internal liquidity is actually liquidity that was created to actually make sell side and buy side liquidity. So the market can move the direction it wants to. So these are those retracements that we got. And the external liquidity is the real movement of the market. So this high doesn't hold any value. That's internal liquidity. If we create a new high above this one right now, then this is our low. Now we create a new low. As long as we don't create a new high here, this does not exist. So all of this then is now internal liquidity. Actually, all of this. Until we create a new high above here, we actually have internal liquidity. External liquidity creates highs and lows. To explain it easy. Look at my drawings for a second. Okay, that was not the smartest thing to do. So my limit order has not been hit yet. I do want to see how we act off of this because we are now creating 5 minutes and that holds. So we took some liquidity. I don't want to see how we act because I don't want to see it fall too far down. I want to trade with the now liquidity movement and not against it, of course. Try to go over the last lesson that I made clearly, if you haven't seen it yet. If you want to go to what trend we're in, we actually have to go watch the 4 hourly. So we didn't make any lows yet. So that was the low, that was a high. This is the first low that we create. So if I remove this again, so if we watch the 4 hourly, so this is the low, that's the high, this is now a new low, so we should create a new high above. That's the main structure. So we only have like 1 or 2 highs, and all the rest is actually noise in between. So this is the high, that's the low, that's the high that we should create once we get above here. That's why I say if we go below this area, that we actually had an internal liquidity right here, and this actually becomes then the low. If we go below here, now this is not yet a low because we don't have a high yet. But if we watch it in the structure, and we have now a bullish momentum again above this, then we have a boss structure to the upside again. So this means then that this will be the low. Once we get above here, if we need this structure above here, that we create, actually, then we can see that the market wants to continue higher instead of lower. At this point, it looks like, at this point, we are in a down range. We didn't create a chop to the upside yet, and a 4 hour based. Once we do that, we will go to that high, and then this becomes a low. At this point, there is no low yet. But if you watch the structure from now, it looks like it wants to do this. Anything in between these highs and lows are actually no value. That's internal liquidity. This, all of this is internal liquidity. This is external liquidity. So if you're in that warp range, make sure that you do keep it to your horse. I'll put my stuff back. Do you understand the difference? Yeah, so no, external are actually the true high and lows of the range. So internal is anything in between. So we trade internal ranges actually, because we trade on the 15 minute. But we want to go trading to that external liquidity. So that's institutional liquidity, where the market actually drives to. And anything in between, the market just wants to continue to that high. So if we break to the upside again on that 4 hour right here, we do not come back to that low. We will just continue higher until we break that high. So nothing else matters anymore then. So we will go then to that to create a new high. Anything in between will just be a bit of sideways ranging and maybe come back to retracement, but then we want to continue longing. If you want to trade with a major trend, so any retracement is a good way to long off of it. If you have any questions about that video, just ask in the question zone in Discord. I'll make sure to reply it. Or send me a DM. I'll happy to help. If you don't understand it fully. I'll go in depth what impulsive structure is and on the next lessons. So in the next lessons I will go in depth more how you can define the ranges better. They was asking me that already in the Q&A last time. And by the way, I forgot to record the Q&A, so I can't put it online. I thought I pressed it all. I thought I pressed recording, but sometime I did something not correct, I believe, and I didn't record it. So the last Q&A will not be online because I didn't remember to record it, or the recording did something strange. Because I believe I said I will record it before I ended, and somehow it didn't press the button. So excuse me, so no recording for the last Q&A. Wasn't that much said anyway. Most of the time was about the loggings of the agenda and how actually to do trail stopping and how to set your profit taking and actually immediately also your stop loss. So we're now in open. Let's see what open brings.
Villages? Oh, down. Yes. Dat is Brazilië. We zijn in Brazilië.
Nou toe.
If we want to continue high, I do want to see if we hit that limit order for me that we actually go as fast as possible back to the upside. That would mean I open actually bust. Still want to continue higher, so that would be great to see. Once we hit that high, actually again, then I'm 100% sure we continue up higher. As long as we don't take that high again, we can still move a bit more to the downside. I need to take my charger. I'll be right back. Or my computer will not keep streaming. Okay, I'm back.
I would love us to get at least to 1,000 followers by the end of next month. That would be great to see. So I am now actually 769 persons, so almost 800. This took me 4 years to get to that point.
So I got a lot of patience.
Candle zegt up.
Zet de candle
Lights
up.
up. Lights up.
So here we have a last 5 minutes right here on this upper part. So we do want to see that push straight through this. Through this here. And we know this doesn't hold any value, so then we will push up straight back to the high. So also be aware, if London takes this high, how we act off of it too. So those are the two main things I'm watching right now.
Which gap, Anthony?
Hmm? On which gap, Anthony? On the gap to the downside? No, we're trading up, so we could not add to this trade because we're trading upwards. So this is the only gap that we had here to the downside. But we don't want to be adding to the downside, we want to be adding to the upside. So if somebody added on this gap, yeah, that's possible, of course. That was a huge gap. But I'm still watching how we act off of it. So this is what I meant. So we are trading into for value gaps, and I want to see us push through them, not come back through them. So I'm tape reading actually order flow in the now. So this is why I have that 5 minute open too. Based on this huge gap, yeah. We used to add it. So there are 1, 2, 3 trades open. Oh yeah, 1 trade, but 2 adds on this trade. So that was a yes. She did add. Maybe I didn't say it. We should be able to see it on the screen. Toen ik er eens gaan? Toen ik eens gaan zelf?
Welke?
Van ons? Het treden? Ja. Had je wat in? The second ad was here. I believe that second ad was something like...
Waar heen? Zo?
Huh? Oh ja. Is dat op het scherm? Is dat op het scherm, ja. So her first ad was actually on that 5 minute, a small one right here. Second ad was on this one. So she took an ad on the first 5 minutes and she took an ad on the second 5 minutes. And she even has a limit order on the third one. Oh, did you? Heb je die nou gepakt? Ja, binnenkomen, die weet me niet zelfs.
Mijn limit staat daar. Nee, dat niet.
Ah, niet op ding. Oh, zo grappig. NQ heeft er wel binnenkomen. Check. Okay, if you meant that the last one, the lowest one, no, she did not add on this one because she had a limit order right here and NQ tapped it, but MNQ did not. So she wasn't able to add on that on this lowest one. She does have a limit order right here.
Nou, 24, 6, 37, 25. 6, 37, 25, 30.
Yeah, that just came. That was equal, I probably think, on MNQ. So 26, 6, 38, that was a low. Yeah, a quarter of a point, it was above her entry.
Oh, dat maar. Want dat is niet door hem, hè? Dat is die limit die niet ging.
Yeah, yesterday, Anthony, you didn't do anything not correct. The thing is, the limit orders didn't work yesterday. So anything that you put it in a limit when you went to work, they didn't trigger. So I'm happy for you that you made more, but that's actually Topstap's fault, not yours. You did everything correctly. If you put that limit in and they didn't get triggered, it was normal. it didn't work. The program didn't work. Where you were trading on. I'll take some noise off the screen because this looks actually... Maar die kabels kloppen ook niet hetzelfde. Hier is het 38, 75 en bij ons is die anders. So those were the first 15 minutes.
Ik dacht weer dat hij het was.
Yeah. Thanks, stop. Yeah. No, if you put a limit order, it didn't get filled yet, it was normal. Nothing worked yesterday with limit orders, so no trailing stop, no limit orders, no sells, no buys, nothing. I put 3 limit orders in yesterday and it didn't trigger myself, so this is why I told multiple times yesterday in the afternoon and the morning session that if they triggered, it didn't get filled. So probably you did everything correctly. These are still programs, so they can actually they're code types writing, so there's always something that can go not correct too. Still just being patient. The market has moved up and down, quite some nice movement that we had already this week, so if it's a bit less volatile today, it's okay. It's definitely possible. Yeah, you had to sit through something, because if you took the orb here to the downside, it went back up and fully flushed back down, so you went through some drawdown too, if you were not online at this point. So this is gonna be my limit order probably. I do have to say that doesn't look very bullish at this point.
zijn ook ingegaan.
So I am in logs right now. In the next 8 minutes, I do want to see us go back up. Or this looks a little bit less good. Ja. Dat is niet zo verstandig.
Je kan hem niet verplaatsen en stop.
Nee, maar dan moet je...
Eigenlijk is het
dan ga je waarschijnlijk mogen leren dat je er moet uitgaan op je net 3 en opnieuw er moet instappen. So we got 38 minutes in that hourly, so we can close this. Still, we will see in about 10 minutes how this price action will fold out. So we came back now to that 50% level. So this is where the market continues higher, or should continue higher.
Ja, ik moet het er toch opzetten bij mij ook, hè, dat ik uit heb. Ja.
So for anybody that didn't know, initiate it one more time. On the same spot where I entered my trade. We will see soon enough what the market wants to do, so just be patient. I'll let this trade play out. I think your full TP is now at the high. Weet om 3 uit ook, ja.
Ah nee, ik heb zo gedaan. Ik ben gestart met 2 contracten. Ik heb er 1 keer van geëd. Dan daarna heb ik nog een keer geëd.
Ah, dan 2. Ja.
En dan heb ik 2.
Is there a reason to de-risk here? No. can't actually de-risk now. That's the thing. The only thing that we can do right now is just let that trade play out. It will show soon enough what the market wants to do, so just let it do its thing. We're in it anyway, so we had a nice... So, if you want to have a little bit more trust in this trade, again, I'll go over this. This is why I actually... Keep that one here. I've shown why I wanted to enter this. So, if we take a movement up, we tend to go to that 50% level, so that equal value, so you can also see this. So this was our last trade that we took, the first one. So we watched this one. This was our first trade. So we came back all the way. So this is actually that 78 level. So after that, we pushed up again. Okay, great. So here we should come back to that 50% level. We almost did hit that 50%. We came into that fair value gap halfway. So now we still have a 15 a bit below, but that was actually a very nice trade that we took. And now we want to see that movement back up. So it's still possible. So just be patient. Let this trade play out. Don't let your... just be patient and call. That's all what I can say here. That's all what we can do. Nothing has yet shown us anything else than we want to go up. This candle will show more information. This one that we're in right now. So this 3 minutes pushes all the way back up to the high. We continue higher. This is still a bullish structure. We just had a retest of this break of structure. Back to the upside. So we want to see this 3 minutes play out and see how this acts. The only thing that we can do is becomme. If we watch the 30 minutes, we can see we created a fair value gap on that 30 minute and we just tapped that. That's all we did. So here we came in, we tapped halfway, and we're now continuing higher. This is internal liquidity again. So we didn't do anything with this internal liquidity yet. We just took out our high and now we're just sitting here a bit patiently. If we push further and we make our break up of this high, we create new highs. So we want to go up to that level again. So this would be that 4-hour structure that I shown earlier. We got a high, we got a low. So if we want to make a new high, we need to get here. And if we had the full structure, so from here, this was our low. So if we want to make a full new high, and this 4-hour holds any value to push the market back to the upside, right here, we need to get above this high. We need to get above 25,000 right here. So that's another 300 points back to the upside. So another 500 points almost to the upside. So we got more potential right here to go back up than to fall further down. Just let the trade play out. This still looks very good, by the way. So this is why I teach you guys to learn internal structure and actually the main structure. The main structure is what we need to look at. So actually, if you had a full collection of this one, this is your first TP, so that would be TP1 right here for my trade. So you should take one contract off right here and let the rest play out. We will add along the trade, of course, but that's to make sure that you have some profits already inside. If you do,
I will sell 5 contracts in that one.
So Initial sold, once she hits this high, she sold how many?
It is, yeah. 5
Oh yeah,
contracts.
she sold 5 contracts because we hit that high. So she sold most of her contracts right now on this high. Ja, ben je nog niet, sexy? Je komt achter, MNQ is er nog niet, hè? So
Nee,
NQ took...
ik heb het een beetje onder.
Oh yeah, so she took profit right here because the strategy also says if we add 3 times to a trade, the first TP is that high again. So same of mine. So she took some off right here, so she took some TPs and now she's letting the rest run.
Well, I can move my stop then. If this closes. If this candle.
And the good thing about this, now you have actually the lowest entry, the same as mine actually, that's still open. So this played out nicely, patiently, having patience and see what the market brings. This is just why we are the abnormal traders. We trade against what the mind wants to let you believe. This is why we add to a trade, also to the downside. So we don't add to a not profitable trade, we actually add in the movement of the market. So the movement was just a retracement, so we add on a retracement and we profit off of it while we go back higher. So again, for anybody that's in that trade with Tunisia on the orb, she took profits on this high. If you want to continue taking it, you can keep going at higher, but she took 1 hour, something like that off of it. Yeah, she took about 1 hour off. I didn't take anything yet, so still letting it go.
Mijn stop is wel verplaatst, hè. Dus als ze er ook nog in zetten, stop kan wel verplaatst worden.
So if you're still in it, she moved her stop to... Where did she move it? Okay. So her stops are now at that low where the last liquidity was taken. So here. So that should be a few points from your last entry. I do believe if she has the chance, she will add again to the trade too.
Money.
Okay, she can.
Max 3.
Hmm?
Maximum.
Max 3, okay, so. So I moved my stop all the way to my to that wick slow. I don't want to see it come back. If it does, this is only like a 2 or 3 point stop. That's a 7 point stop right now, so instead of a 35 point stop. I want to see us continue from here to the highs. So for me, my stop is at this week's low. That is at 24,006.
And I will let the market do its thing. See if we can add to the trade, yes or no. We will see in time. I need another 15-minute structure change, so for me it can be a while before I can add.
It depends on how fast the market actually creates a new 15-minute per value gap.
Een antwoord kan uit.
Yeah, this is why even if we trade the same model, we always trade a bit different to our own style. So initially, if she makes a plan, she actually follows that 100% always, and that's a very good a habit of a trader, of a profitable trader, to have. She adjusted her plan accordingly to if she finds a new something that isn't yet in her plan, she will definitely use that or add then this kind of thing. So after 3 ads, she always takes the high. That's the plan of herself after 3 adding. So that was 1, 2, 3 ads on this down movement. So this is why she did it here. The stop is now at 24,625. So this is the low. She doesn't want to see it go lower, and her entry is that's a quarter of an hour stop of, so she still had, because she entered on multiple entries, and her entry is now at 24,637. So her entry is now actually on this one. So this is her entry right now here.
So I see.
So this is a 5-minute
You
for
can
anybody.
add on to if you want.
So this is a 5-minute for value gap. So it's up to you. This could be your first adding spot then. So, by the way, if anybody would trade the normal orb, that would be the full fail of the normal orb, because this was a 9 o'clock candle and we came down and we pushed back up, so we took everything out. Pre-orb actually played out today again.
Still got 21 minutes in that hourly. Let's see how this hourly plays out. Like I said, it could be a bit of a ranging day today because just of how the market has already been moving. So the market moved some distance already this week, so it's normal that on Fridays it's a bit more calm.
I'll take a few trades off. So Anisha's still in with the last one. So this is the only one that's still open. The rest is actually closed at the high. One I said she takes profit. We're actually not doing anything right now. We're just sitting here, it's going sideways. So just be patient. Let chopped market play out itself. All for value gaps still show that it wants to go up higher, so they always respect. So we took a 5 minute, it has respected. It disrespected this 5 minutes, so we came back up. So we are now tapping this 5 minute right here. So we still got a small piece left, so we can tap it one more time and continue higher. So just be patient. Let this trade play out.
Zal Nicolas meegedaan hebben?
I have no idea if Nicholas joined fully. If you take some profits today, share them in Discord. That's always nice. Help people find the channel.
Kan ik niet zeggen.
So another 16 minutes in this hourly, or 15 minutes in this hourly. Let's see how this plays out in the next 15 minutes. We're still with 15 people watching. And I got, hey, so a question, how do we know where to enter in the 4 value gap? Sometimes we take it halfway, sometimes at the top. It's a choice, Emily. You have to choose that for yourself. So if I see like a double stacked 5 minute for value, if I see 2 5 minutes like here, I'd rather take it halfway and see if it hits that point. And I'm okay with it if it goes without me. Then I'll take the next. But it could have just come easily to that lowest part too. So when I see a 15 minute with a huge stop and my stop feels too big for myself, I just take it at a different spot. But I'm okay with it if it doesn't get triggered. So you can't jump in. If you see the market move back up, you cannot jump into it. You have to be patient and for your stop, or for your trigger point. So once we got actually right here in this part of the market, when it came down and it moved back up, it could have been that I didn't get triggered, that it immediately moved back up too. So this is personal choice. How do I see it? It's an internal feeling that I actually already know how the market moves. But this is something you will only learn by watching enough charts. I can't explain it how I do it actually. So that's good just to be a not trigger too. I just left it. The easiest way is to see if you are okay with a stop of how much was this? So that was for value gap. If you had the top and entered on the top right here, look, this was a 52 point stop. I prefer not less point stop, so I prefer something like 30 points. This is something I do agree to give to the markets, but I prefer even less than that. It makes my art collection a lot bigger. So I'd rather have a small stop than a big stop. So that's my personal choice. And this time I was with luck that the market actually came straight to my entry, but that doesn't always happen. Yeah, just put it in your plan how you want to actually do it. If you say, if everything is above 50 point stop, maybe I take it halfway, and just that you can repeat that process. Market still at the same spot, not much movement, going easy. I'm not sure how you entered today, Emily. They entered with mine, or did you entered on the first level? Make sure that you just can repeat it when you do something. That's all. This is why we create a plan, so that you can repeat the process over and over again. So once that plan is actually fully adjusted to your own style and added some stuff where it feels more you trading than me, of course. I can give you a plan, but that will only be half you. That will be more me than you, of course. But you will have your own way later on how to trade, and this is then fully structured to yourself. So it's like that Initia only adds 3 times and then immediately takes profit at the high. That's something that I said to her to do 3 times maximum adding. She implements this, and that's also her maximum add that she does. Where to take profit, I just set the high, and she actually does it just a little bit below. So that was her own choice. That's her preference choice. So that's something I didn't tell her to do. This is something she does by herself. By seeing the market move sometimes, not again to the high, and she just said, okay, I take like 2 points below it, and then I exit the trade. For 1 point below it, it depends.
So I can teach you the trading skill. You still need to do it. I want to see the market push back up in the next 5 minutes. $7.36. So I'd love to see the market come to at least this high. So that was the original stop. That would be a 2.6R right here. From there off, I will see if the market wants to continue high, yes or no, soon enough. You can see it's just been chopping here, so nothing happened. So we just took out a wicks low, we went back to the high, and now we're just sitting here. So market's still bullish. Nothing's changed at this point.
Dan druk je echt in die gootje. Ja.
Don't make too much noise. I'm gonna get myself a drink again. I'll be right back, guys.
Vertrouwt wel jezelf, hè. Je vertrouwt jezelf goed, hè. Ja. Was die al aan het schrijven?
Ja.
Dat kan komen.
Ik kan het later allemaal hot leggen. Dat ik er
Ja,
hoor.
lekker warm.
My dog is moving the table again. Okay, so. Okay. Same entry as me. Okay, great. Was that the reason why you asked why I took that entry?
Ah, zo, nagels.
So we're gonna do it differently. I'm gonna put my stop to my entry. If I get stopped out and we get a drop below that 15 minute, I'm gonna re-enter that one. So I'm moving my stop to my entry right here. So if this gets stopped just above my entry, I don't give anything to the market. If we get below this 15 and at the lowest spot, I'm gonna re-enter that one more time, put the stop at the same spot.
So my limit order would trigger below this entry. So I got a limit order just below that wick. So again, for everybody that's in my trade, I'm putting my stop at my entry and I put the limit order just under my entry itself. So if the market continues higher, I want to be in it at a lower price. Just about how the market here has been acting. So at this point it looks like it wants a bit more lower, so it needs liquidity. So what will it take? It will take out that low. So this is why I put my stop at my entry and then see how it actually moves afterwards. So that was my stop. So that's a BE. And I will see if I get my entry. And if I don't, I'm okay with it too. So a minute until the new hourly opens, so I'll see if I get my tab. internet just skipped the half a minute. So 2 hours of market, still the same price as we actually started, nothing happened too much. So I'm going to leave my limit order there, see if I get hits. If it gets hits, I'll take a new entry on this trade and see if I get higher again. And that's actually exactly on an hourly per value gap too, so that's definitely possible to get that tap and then continue higher. So. It's not the most favorable actionable price action, this one, so I'm gonna log my first one while I'm at it. Continuation, play, 15 minutes, retest, stopped, at, entry, market did not move for the first 1.5 hours. Forward planned. Okay, so wood rate was along. That was a 0.01. That was along. The time that I took this trade was, we entered on 9:15 and 10:15 I got off. We're on 10 likes, too, that's a nice one. That's more than most of the time. Have a nice one, Bulenox, thank you for being here again. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be offline in about 5 more minutes, guys. This is not my favorable price action. Sitting here, and still sitting there. Okay, we're 15 watching, so we could get to that 15. We're here every day printing you guys money at this point, so I'm happy that I can give you guys this. I understand you completely, Arjun, that you would want to short the market, but I look at a higher time frame that shows indication that we actually still can go up. So I'll go the full read again. So if we watch the daily, this looks like it still wants a bit more downside movement. Fully agree. Maybe hide my drawings for a second. So we can see we came into that daily for value gap right here. We kept a high intact, also the low intact. So this means that the market is still wanting to go up high. This looks bearish. The first day I said we want to go lower. Where do we go first of all if we have a nice push up? We want to go back to fair value of the price. So we came into this gap. That was also a 4-hour gap. So there was a multiple higher time frame gaps. So for me, if we have multiple higher time frame gaps and they hold strength without going to the downside, that means that the market still wants to move a bit up. So we had a retracement right here into that 4-hour. So now I want to see if we get above this. If we don't get above this, you're fully correct, we want to go lower. At this point, the market shows us still that we want to go lower until we reach that high. But there is a lot of trend line liquidity right here on a 4-hour base. So I believe if we want to go lower, we will tap that 4-hour gap right here. This is my main target, that I see the market go and then see the market fall further down. But until that happens, I'll be patient. And then I watch the order flow right now. So if we watch the order flow right now, the 50 minutes shows us strength to the upside. We came in, we had a change, we came back down, we had to retest. So the internal structure shows us a bit of strength. So we want to go up right here. Now, this is just a job market, so nothing to tell about this market. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 minute candles. Just going sideways, nothing happened right here. And then we watch how the order flows in the 5 minutes. So every fair value gap that was hit got respected to the upside. Now, the first fair value gap from right here maybe gets respected to the downside. So we will see this soon enough. This is the first 5 minutes that actually shows some strength to the downside. Until it breaches this low, it's still upwards. So I watch then right now how we act actually off of these gaps. I want us to see us push through it. If we hit that high again, that means the market is still going up. As long as we go sideways, the market continues to move the same direction. And if you aren't sure what the market is doing at the moment of now, just let the market play out a bit and be patient. We'll wait until you see a huge candle movement, and then you can say, okay, the market is now showing me its hand. It wants to continue higher or lower. But if you watch the biggest candles that we have, you can immediately see what the biggest candles are. This one, and here, this one. We have a few huge bullish candles, and if you see the down movement, that was rather small candles in comparison to the bigger ones as shown on strength at this point. So that means that the buyers have a lot more strength at this point than the sellers, or people that want to short the market. If we watch a half hour, we can see that was a huge half hour push. We came into that for value gap, and now we're just sitting here, not doing nothing actually. So this is price action where you don't want to touch the market. If you're in the market, just stay in it, but don't touch it anymore. Just let your trade play out and don't do anything, because otherwise you could do some strange things. So we just don't touch the market when they are chopping. We need for value gaps to indicate where the market wants to go to. So these are our language, the fair value gaps, or actually the candles. Those are the language on what the market is doing. So I try to teach this as good as possible every day while I'm tape reading what I see. It's not always accurate, I do have to say that, but it's most of the time accurate. If it's a chop market, you cannot tape read it. So this is why all of this is chopped. We actually can't read the market when it's doing it. Here we just need to be patient until it breaches one level or the other. And this took me a while before I actually learned this. Yeah, I've been trading 5 years plus, guys, so I've been at this for a while. I wish I had a mentor back then when I started. I would get my ass whooped back then. Now my biggest mentor is my wife. But I fully understand why you actually want to short the market, Arjun. This is why structure is actually very important in the market, to show us what the structure is. Yeah, perfect. That's the best thing you can do. Just be patient until it shows you. And those huge candles with imbalances in or with value gaps in, those are actually the ones that show you what the market wants to go do. Okay, it's 10:15 right now. I'm gonna call it a day for me. I much appreciate all of you. I wish you all a very great Friday. I'll be back in the afternoon session. If I find any other entries or see anything, I'll definitely put it in Discord. But for now, Inisha's still in this trade, so she still has one contract left with a very small stop. This one's gone. And for the rest, this is just a very chopped market. So as long as it's chopped, that doesn't mean, it actually means that it has no strength to the upside, no downside. So it doesn't have any strength at all. So if you ever see this happening and it sits still after a push, that means normally that the market will continue higher. The reason why is, if the market wants to change its hand, it would do something like this. Look at this. This is a strong V shape off of for value gap that hold value. If we hit a high and it doesn't hold value, it just sits chopping around until it actually makes a continuation move. So this will probably go up higher. At this point, it still looks like it, but we will be patient. Guess I'm still in. Okay, great, Nicholas. You took exactly the same trade, Nicholas, as Unicia today? you also have the guts to add when the trade goes in the opposite direction. Soms kan ik allemaal op die candles beginnen. Ze mijn muis hebben scherm bewegen. Only added once. Okay. Oh, which one? If I can ask you. Of course I can ask, but and my yourself gets too big. Yeah, you hadn't seen her, you see hers. This is something actually she's aware of it, but she doesn't watch it. Her belief is so strong. On the other hand, I've seen her manipulate the weather, so I purposely possible that she can manipulate the market too. If you believe in meditation and that we are actually a vibrational movement, so when something yells to it, here are actually scientifically proof about. So if you believe that too, that we are a vibration, then you know the market is the same thing. So matter is manipulative to people, so that means that we can actually manipulate the markets also. If we have enough energy pushing the market up, and we all believe that the market will push up, we can actually push the market up. It's just as easy. I totally believe that. See, I see my wife make it sunny at the day of when she came to Earth. It was raining like hell here in Belgium, and until we had a party actually in the backyard that we wanted to throw for some people with cacao ceremony and dancing inside it. And we had a DJ planned for the outside, and the thing was, it was pouring rain actually until 10 minutes before we opened. So I had to go after a party tent to make sure my DJ was dry, to make my belief grow, and she believed everything would be fine and everything would be okay. She didn't watch the weather because we don't watch that, and she made it sunny. It rained all beside us, so the nearbyest cities, or I don't know how you call it, cities nearby, they all had rain except for where we lived, and the whole day was sunny. The whole night actually, it was from 5 till 1 or 2 in the afternoon to 5 or 2 in the night. So and it was completely sunny the whole day. So that was actually amazing to see. This is the first time I actually fully trusted that she can do anything. Well, I already seen her manipulate the people too when the COVID came. When everybody had to wear masks everywhere, she went in everywhere without and never got any question about it. I went in right beside her or behind her, and I got always questions. So you gotta mention, so we walk with 2 inside or with 3 people inside without a mask, and I'm the only one that gets stopped. She never. She always went through it, completely balled everything and went back out, and nobody ever challenged her or asked her, why are you not wearing it? Nobody asked her. She just didn't. So here we can see that 5 minutes actually still hold. Okay, now I'm getting very much off topic. Speaking of a mask is very much off topic. It's very much off topic where we actually at. But that's good, that takes your brain off the chart for a second.
The mask will should go green. You want to attract green? Okay.
Okay, I wish you all a very good trading session, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. My limit order is in there. My TP, if I have it, would be around that 4 hour for value gap. I would say somewhere at this height, 764. But for now, I'm not in anything, so I wish you all a great trading session and the rest of London, and I'll see you back in the afternoon session, of course. Enjoy.
Sorry. En je stoot
So, Azu said, Azu said goodbye.
15 likes! 15!